Let's see how far I can get this to actually stay on with this Wi-Fi. I'm not sure, but trying to get the ocean in the background. Now I just got the pier. Can you see it? Okay, I gotta go get my water. Okay, I'm live at the ocean at Wrightsville Beach. Now, let's see who we got here. Hi, someone. Oh, how do I bring up this chat thing? Hi, Andromeda. Teddy Spaghetti. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think that's going to keep fading out. Lotus. Oh, no. Darn it. Shoot. It's not going to stay on, so I can't read what your comments are saying. Son of a gun. Okay. Oh. There we go. I think I got it up. Now let's see how long it stays. I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is here because... Oh no, this doesn't want to stay on. Shoot. I don't know who that lady was. I am at Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina. And I just said that there's never anybody here with masks on, and I lied. Well, I didn't really lie because I didn't see anybody. Till today, there was one person in the last, I've been here over a month, and I just saw someone with a mask. It looked so out of place. He was the only one on the whole beach with a mask on. And if he would have been closer to me, I would have said, don't you feel silly? You're the only one here wearing that. Don't you think something's wrong with this picture? Okay, I don't know how to get these to stay on so I can read your messages. Miller twice. Hey, Ariel. I've been talking smack about this bathroom here. I just did that video to show you, and it's not even as bad as it usually is. I'm gonna have to leave my glasses on. It's so filthy in that bathroom, it's gross. Ugh. But anyway, whoever's here that wants to talk about some of this stuff that I know that I'm gonna get shit probably. I'm gonna take this live stream down probably at the end because I'm gonna be talking stuff that I know YouTube ain't gonna allow, and they've already taken down some of my live streams, so I should just take it down before they do, before they can strike me and threaten me to take my channel down. So anyway, I just was at the grocery store, and as you guys know, let me see, Harrington. Oh, I've been getting some suntan, mostly on my left arm because it hangs out the window of the car. And I'm using a different car that I was going to buy, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of it now because there's so many problems with it, and it turns out it's smaller, less room than the Cadillac, even though it's an SUV. But it's, I don't know, it's only worth like $1,500, less than $2,000. And, but it has air conditioning, so that's saving me right now because I've been sick from the heat. So anyway, I was in the supermarket, and I'm always checking out and reading the labels, even on stuff I won't buy. Seems like I know more about stuff, about food that I don't eat, than people who are eating it. They are not reading the labels. No, I'm not trying to keep it on my face. I'm trying. You don't want to to see my face. It's got all my cuts on it that are healing. But I've been wading in the water and rubbing, sand on my skin like an exfoliant. So, I mean, I could sit up higher, but I know I don't want to show these cuts on me, but I know people have them and they don't know what to do about it. So I've just been doing a lot of different protocols that I don't really want to talk about too much until I get them down. And I don't want to give anybody false hope or misinformation or anything. I'm using myself as my own experiment. Woo woo. Okay, so anyway, one of the things that I noticed lately about, aside from that, whoa. Okay, let me try to, wow, the lights just came on. Okay. Can you guys hear the water? It's so nice and relaxing and everything. So anyway, I've been telling you guys about all the natural flavoring, and if you notice that on a lot of the products they're saying no artificial flavoring. That's because it has the natural flavoring in it, which is worse than the artificial flavoring. Think about what's natural. All this HEK 293 or whatever and all this other stuff. And if you've ever watched the Soylent Green from the 80s, the movie, it's here now, because in the movie the time frame was 2022. So here we are. And then all this natural flavoring that has just shown up in the last 2 years, especially the last year. So the thing I noticed now, what they're putting on there is real tiny writing, made with bioengineered food product, and they're not even putting it by the ingredients. It's on a totally different part of the package, like on the back side or the side somewhere. It's not even with the ingredients, so that you probably won't even see it. So that means it's genetically modified, or who knows what all that means. So just to let you know, that's just another thing to look for when you're... I don't eat food mostly from the supermarket. I just get my lemons there, and I will buy, if they even have maple syrup, dark maple syrup, which they have at Sam's Club for pretty cheap. It's like only like $12 for a whole, what is that considered? 32 ounces, I think. In most places, it's like over $20 for that size. But I try to get just the dark kind. And I've been hardly eating at all. I think we need less than only one meal a day, if that, and a small one. No, I do have an EBT card, but they cut off my food stamps. So I'm not getting them. I have to buy food with cash that I don't really have, because everything I have right now has to go to this vehicle so I can get the hell out of here. I'm literally stuck here, but what a nice place to be stuck, even though it's really hot here. It's like, it said it was 102 today, and it just feels to me like radiation, microwaving, another weaponization of something in our world that has changed. And it's just everywhere. Even the air conditioning, any kind of forced air system is in. And along with just everything. Like now, I've noticed, has anybody noticed the purple blue lights from the weaponized street lights? And the car headlights coming in at you. Like, I have to shield myself from any traffic coming towards me because it just hurts my eyes so bad. No, I haven't been using that. I've been doing some other things that I just happened on lately. I've been doing, like, there's some hydrocolloidal patches that are out now that have little like holes in the center where you could just put them over. Like I showed one. I'm going to do another one because I've done it like 3 times on this one that's been here for years, and it's so hard to break through, but it's almost down and gone now. So I don't know how to get these to stay on so I could read them longer. The bee pollen should be local, and it's hard to get because of what they have to put the bees through, I think, to get it. So, now how, heck, man, they were just up. Okay, it's hard to read all these because it keeps going on. Thank you for calling them tears or cuts too, because they're not sores. But the other thing that I was thinking about that came to me was, I'm thinking that maybe because we look so much like meth addicts when these start coming out, I'm thinking that they are putting, or have been putting this shit into the meth, so the meth addicts get this stuff, and then now it looks like we're meth addicts. So it's been experimenting on them for a long time. Shit, I wish I could get these to stay up. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things, you know, a lot of people are, like the turpentine, people are making fun of that and saying it's not. Turpentine is essential oil of pine. People don't even know what they're talking about. From now on, if anybody says anything about turpentine, tell them to go look up and see what's in Vicks, Vapor Rub, or Chest Rubs, any of the stuff, even the ones they sell at the dollar store, the $1.25 store now. It has turpentine in it. I shouldn't have to keep doing this. It usually stays up for me. Does anybody know how to get it? Because it's fading out and I barely can get it, and then it goes off. Shit. Look, it's not even staying up for me to read one. Nope, it just keeps flashing off. No. There's essential oils in it. I don't promote Vicks at all, but there's a chest rub that comes from India that they sell in the dollar stores that has 7 different essential oils in it. The worst thing, I guess, about it would be the petroleum jelly that it's in as a carrier. So I would just use essential oils in their own carrier oil, and I guess you could put it in coconut oil or something like that, or beeswax is a good base for it, I think. So man, I got so many cuts on my head, it's unreal, it hurts. But also part of it is because I'm doing this, I'm doing the plasma thing, the seawater, and no, I don't have Venmo. Oh, hi, Liquid Evidence. We are talking about different things to put on the nano cuts and stuff, and also the plasma water. Speaking of seawater, I actually get the ocean water, and then I mix it with 2 parts purified water, reverse osmosis, or distilled. I don't push distilled water by itself because I believe that leaches the minerals out of you. But when you add the seawater, or make your own from sea salt, use Celtic sea salt versus Malayan salt. Use the white gray salt. Everybody needs it. Everybody has more gallons. Just because you don't have these cuts doesn't mean you don't have it. That means you're assimilating it if you're not kicking it out. I've been doing this for like 5 years now, and now it's taken it to another level since I've really started really doing the plasma, the seawater, and doing 3 liters of that a day, trying to get 3 liters in. I mean, that's nutrition. Why not? Let's see how, show us why you think you shouldn't drink seawater. What are you going to tell me? Because people pee in it? Why? That is salt. You need salt. You've been fooled. You've been tricked to think salt is bad for you, because it is not. Salt and fat are the two very things we need. Why do you think the food pyramid is upside down? They have the little tiny fats at the top, and that's exactly what you need. So what's your reason for not taking in the seawater? It's so available. And there's volumes and volumes and volumes, and a little bit of urine ain't gonna affect it. And anyway, if you're putting any kind of creams or lotions on, read what the label says. There's urea in there. What do you think urea is? So if that's your reason, I don't know. Unless you're just totally against salt, which would show how you've been programmed to think it's bad. Okay, we're not talking about that right now, so you're trying to distract. Okay, we got trolls in here now, I can see. Oh, does it? You think, huh? Okay, you go on and believe that way. I can tell the people who are under the heavy programming or are just here trolling, and I'm just going to ignore them, or if, at some point, if they start making a fool out of themselves, I'll capitalize on that and make even more of a fool of them. Well, you can see what they're doing. I mean, it's obvious when they're just going to counter everything you say. So if you're not here to learn or get what I have to offer, then yeah, it's just here. Watch. This is straight seawater. This isn't even diluted with water. It's very, very salty. But I would put 2 of these to 1 of these to get the amount that I can handle. But this is straight up seawater. And it is very, very salty. But also I put it on my, and I use the sand at the beach to like exfoliate my skin. It's a natural exfoliator. Right now they're coming out a lot because I've been drinking so much of the seawater. It's just like forcing it out. Okay, that somebody else is doing. It's worth an experiment. I don't know how much I'll invest in doing it, but it's using Palmolive dish soap, the antibacterial one that's usually like a gold or an orange color, and just put like a thin film on you overnight, and it'll start lifting up the fake skin. This is not real skin. You can see, like if I hold it at a certain angle, you can see it looks like friggin' lizard skin. But my skin is pretty, I'm out in the sun, so I'm all like getting all wrinkled and haggard looking. But these aren't helping any. And I also got those hydrocolloidal patches that I put on, which you don't want to use too much of them because they are, I can't think of the acid that's in them. Okay, there's lactic acid in the dish soap, in the Palmolive, so that's why you need the antibacterial one, because it has the lactic acid in it, and that's what you're gonna, if this ain't for the lighthearted, you gotta expect you're gonna be in pain, and you're gonna look like shit, everything. That's not a reason to not do it, Sometimes I don't even want to come on here and show my face or my leg, where all this stuff is coming out. But I just looked at an old video of my Lisa that's in Texas, the one that if you look on my channel, you can see those short little videos. They're less than a minute. They're only like seconds long, where you see these little live bugs that came out of her. I never had anything like that, but never salicylic acid. Yeah, and there's different strengths of it. So, which is aspirin, right? People been putting that on their acne and stuff, which is similar, but this is a fungus. We're dealing with fungus here. And the fungus is work. The I don't know if it's the operating system within us. They're making all these connections, the electrical connections and stuff within us, control us and do whatever they do. What about the white willow? What about it? And then there's the compound W, because warts are fungal, and you can put them sparingly, and some of the patches have that in it too. So some of them are 2%. These other things I've been dealing with are like 40%. Be careful. You can't just put this on. You can't live skin. You just use it on spots where the calcified stuff. I'm going to try to post that video of Lisa showing her cuts from like a year ago or something. Yeah. Well, that's where it comes from. I didn't know what you wanted to know about it, but that is where it comes from naturally. Yeah. So there's lactic acid, the salicylic acid, there's citric acid, which really burns. I mean, they're all acids, so that's why you got to be careful with them and know what you're doing. I've been doing this stuff for, like I said, for years, so I'm just being careful about what I do. I won't keep doing it over and over and over again. Like I've done it 3 times on my leg. I mean, I'll give it a chance in between each one. Okay, I didn't see that. Let me try to get this up.